So I'll share a lecture with you, in which I've discussed all this. Okay, the validation part I'll share with you as a separate lecture. I have it. So in conditional formatting, you can have these date occurring, the duplicate values, text that contains. I would like you to explore this. In fact, I'll share an activity of mine where you can actually practice all this. This has not come a lot in the past papers. So now this is also important, top bottom rules. You top 10 items. Okay, so top 10 items will be highlighted. Okay. So top 10%, it will calculate itself. Okay. And bottom 10% above average, below average. So all those values are above average will be highlighted and so on and so. Data bars, yes, maybe they can ask you, the data bars show you which value in bar. Okay. So it calculates itself. Okay. Where do you have average, where you have below average, the data bars represent all that. Colors, scales, and icons is something which is not very much generic. So I don't expect the examiner to target this, but anyway, they're present over here. The first two tend to be the most important. Okay, right. So this was your conditional formatting. This was your validation. Okay, let's discuss anything. So we did discuss the mid, right, left. We did. Okay. Yeah, lookup. Lookup is very, very important. There has been none of the paper, I would say, where VLOOKUP has not been targeted. I'm sure you know it. V stands for vertical, H stands for horizontal. The important thing over here is that why would I use VLOOKUP? Well, let's say I have this a typical example of mine that I always use. I have some grades and I have some percentage maths, ICT, and physics. So someone gives me grades and they say, I want the percentage of ICT over here by looking at the grades. Obviously, I'll tell the person that you have to give me grade. You have to tell me that what grade falls in for what percentage. Okay, so let's say I have this grade, a reference array, okay, or a reference range, whatever word they might use. And I can use VLOOKUP. So VLOOKUP will say, which lookup value, what is the lookup value that you're trying to search for? Okay, so I'm trying to look up for this. Okay, where is the table array, the range? Okay, that's my table array. When we select the table range, we don't select the field names. Remember that, obviously, because field names are not part of our data. Well, we do know that whenever we select a range, we always lock the range. So I lock it. I lock my range. We always lock the range. Remember that. Then it says, comma, which column are you referring to? Okay, so I'm referring to ICT. So ICT in this range is 1, 2, and 3. It's the third column in my range. So I'll write 3. Then it says, comma, do you want an exact match or an approximate match? Let's talk about both of them. So if I say approximate match, and if I click on this, and let me just double click and replicate. So in case of approximate, you might notice something. I have over here is R, and R is 45. I have over here is U, and U is 45. I don't have R and U over here. Then how can I get 45? I'll tell you why. Because the closest value for R is E. So it gives me the value of E. So whatever will be the close, it will give me, because we just talked about approximate match. But if I would have discussed is not approximate, exact match, which is 0. Okay, so you can even type comma 0. In that particular case, you would see I get NA, because exact match says, I can't find R over here. R is not present over here. Okay, right. I'll send the legos as well. Okay, I'll send you all those now. So NA is there because obviously it's not present here. So it says NA. I can't find that value. That's what exact match. It exactly tell me ER this present or not. Okay, so approximate gives you the closest value, which is obviously the bottom one, and exact match gives you this. Okay. Now, there's one thing important that I would like to discuss. HLOOKUP. Or you can see in HLOOKUP, my fields appear this way, and my data appears this way. Well, you should know something is maybe the examiner gives you data in this way. For example, okay, let me just show you. So if I select this, and if I copy this, I can come over here, and when I right click on this, there's this option, which is the fourth, that says transpose. So I repeat again, I can right click and I can go to paste options and have this transpose. What is transpose? I can transpose my data from being vertical to horizontal. I could further copy this and I could further transpose this as well. So you're transposing vertical to horizontal, horizontal to vertical. Why am I discussing this? Maybe the examiner gives you data in Vlookup and says you are supposed to change your array or the range to be suitable to be used for HLOOKUP. So you'll transpose. Okay, just an added thing I wanted to discuss. So HLOOKUP is what? Well, HLOOKUP is what? Let's do it. So HLOOKUP is equals to horizontal lookup. Same thing, no difference, only HLOOKUP and column index. So my lookup value, what am I trying to look for? I'm trying to look for A. Obviously, you are now searching horizontally. It's not vertical. So comma, it says array. That's my array. Again, I will not include my field names. I'll not include these. F4, F1, F4 in laptop. I'll lock my range. We decided row index number, not the column index number, row index number. So you can see over here is in case of maths, I have is 1 and 2. Is the second row. If I was talking about physics, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4. So 2. Again, the same story. Do you want exact or approximate? So I'll type 0 or false for the exact match. Now, we have this as relative. We have this as absolute. So I'll simply replicate this. Here we go. So I replicate from left to right, and I get the values. That's your HLOOKUP. Okay. So not much of a difference between Vlookup and HLOOKUP. When the examiner says that you're supposed to use a lookup function, it means you have to use Vlookup or HLOOKUP. By the way, there is also a function by the name of lookup as well, but we don't actually have to use it. Okay. Okay. Apart from this, what do we have else? Okay. We should know, and I'm pretty sure you know as well, that, for example, if I have a date, I have 12, 02 and 2022. Okay. So we have is month, we have is a day, and we have is a year. मैंने एक्सेस में डिस्कस किया होगा आप लोगों के साथ, मगर प्लीज एक्सेल में नहीं भूलना. So we have over here is a month function that can calculate the month out of this. We have over here is equals to day that can help us to calculate the day out of this date. And then we obviously have is the year that can help us to calculate the year out of this date. So just like an access, we have this month, day, and year. Don't forget that. If you want today's date, you can use over here is equals to now or today. So today will gives you today's date. So today's date will give you today's date. By default, if you want today's date. Okay. So maybe if you have some date of birth and you want to find out how old they are, so you'll do is today's date, today minus the date of birth, divided by 365, and you'll get how many years they are for. Okay, so such a kind of concepts need to be clarified. Okay, what else have we left? I told you we will finish whatever is in the syllabus today, inshallah. And okay, from here, no, I don't want to confuse you. We don't have to do this. Okay, column sum. Have we discussed sum ifs? Let me revise if we have not.
Yes, sir.
Sum ifs, remember. So we have discussed all these. Yes. Okay. Let me see anything else there which is which could be important. Yeah, upper and lower. We obviously I mean, what I mean by knowing, you should know is it's easy. Convert anything into uppercase, use upper. Converting anything into lowercase, use lower. Proper is proper case, which means the first letter will be capitalized. Okay, this I just tempered myself. So you see, that's your proper, upper and lower. So since text function, okay. Oh yeah, text function. Let me discuss that. What's the text function? Well, the examiner says that you're supposed to use is a function and not the format. And what I mean is you could right click, you can go into format, you can come into custom, and you can change this into a particular like DDMMYY. Sorry. You could format this and you can change this into any particular format, like this format. But no, I don't want to use format. The examiner says that you're supposed to use is a function. So I'll use over here is equals to text. It says what value are you trying to format using a function? This one. Okay, and which format do you want to do it? I'll tell you. I want to do is DD, MMM, and YY. Enter. So it gives me this, as you can see. So if I would have entered over here is one more M, it would have given me the entire fab. And if I would have entered over here is 2D, it would have given me 21st. So here you go. You can keep on practicing and tempering your all of these. But this is using a function which is known as the text function. It's used for formatting. Is that clear? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Right. And printout options. Yes. I will be solving an entire paper with you. Okay. In the next class, over there, I can tell you how to take a printout, what to take care of. Okay. And what anything else left? Let me just 1 second. Frankly, you know what? If I feel that I have to discuss any of the function from here, I will discuss with you 2 weeks prior to the exam. Okay, inshallah. So after 15th of March, if I feel I have, I will. Right now, I don't want to confuse you. I know it's not important right now. I'll do it with you. Whatever we have discussed is ample. Or page layout, nothing much left. We discussed everything. Okay, so ugly class mein, I will solve one of the complicated paper with you. Okay, for example, November 2011 P3, a very good paper. Okay, there are other papers as well which are really good. So we'll take those out. No, not just the easy papers. Let's target the tough papers. So I'll solve. What we'll do is, one paper I'll solve with you. The rest I will ask you to do it, and I can share my video solution just to save time. I'm just trying to save time, okay? And then I'll give you assignments. I have video solutions for those as well. So I'll give you my own assignments and the video solution of the assignments. And meanwhile, I want is, it's not that I'm just trying to rush. I'm just trying to make sure that we finish on time as well. And at the same time, you keep on doing the papers as well. So let's say 2 more classes of Excel. After 2 more classes, I want to turn over to web authoring. Okay, because in between, I want to discuss theory as well. मैं चाहता हूँ उसके लिए थोड़ी क्लासेस में हम डिस्कस कर लें. Theory में ताज़ीन, I will not discuss all of it. मैंने आपसे नोट शेयर कर दिए. More than half of the chapters बहुत general knowledge है. I will discuss with you 3-4 chapters जो important है, जो tough है. वो मैं आपके साथ कर लूँगा. I will tell you how to answer. मगर 60% theory तो आप आराम से खुद ही कर सकते हो, कोई issue नहीं है. बहुत बेसिक है.
The thing is कि मैंने कभी ICT पहले पढ़ी ही नहीं. मैंने एक तक लाजमी की भी है, मगर O levels में मैंने कभी इस सब्जेक्ट को हाथ भी नहीं लगाया. This is my first time.
वो मैंने इसलिए आपके साथ ना I do get across with students like you. तो वो जो summary notes है ना, वो it's a very fast and precise way to go through it. आप रोज टाइम निकालो and you go through it. इसका बेस्ट तरीका यही है कि you go through it and you highlight the points. Okay, मैं आपको टाइम दे देता हूँ. मैं आपको 1 week दे देता हूँ इसके लिए. आप जितने भी चैप्टर्स हो सकते हैं उनको go through करो. I'm telling you tough नहीं है. Okay, इसमें कोई मुश्किल चीज है ही नहीं. Chapter 7 important है. Chapter 6 में important topics हैं. Okay, Chapter 9 में 2-3 So जो जो टफ टॉपिक्स हैं मैं आपके डिस्कस करूंगा. We will also solve P1 की theory, but I'll also tell you how to answer. मगर I'm pretty sure once you do it आपको इतना मुश्किल नहीं लगेगा. And you should be able to do. आप कई चैप्टर्स तो आप एक दिन में कर लोगे. Okay? Go through it and
ओके
update.
सर.
मुझे 2-3 दिन तक मुझे अपडेट करो इसके बारे में. ठीक है? अली
यस सर.
अली
सर
को
मैंने टॉपिकल भी लेके रखा हुआ है. P1 का टॉपिकल मैंने लेके रखा हुआ है. थॉट कि जब हम क्लास में करेंगे तो साथ साथ में करेंगे, तो फिर वो नोट्स के
जी,
साथ करती रहती हैं.
पहले मैं चाहूंगा कि आप नोट्स के थ्रू जाओ. Highlight any point that you think you did not get it. Take a notebook, उन points को वहां लिखते जाओ. Make a list of points. When we have a theory class, आप मुझे one by one पूछो and let's discuss it. I'm just trying to save your time and my time. Okay? और मैंने आपको तरीका भी बता
यस सर.
और ये तरीका कामयाब होगा इंशाल्लाह. Okay?
इंशाल्लाह सर.
हाँ. So that's the way we'll do. मैं आपको एक assignment दे रहा हूँ. Okay, in 10 minutes. आपने वो कोशिश करनी है कि कल शाम तक या परसों शाम तक प्लीज कंप्लीट करके मुझे भेज देना. एक्सेल की है. इट्स नॉट कॉम्प्लिकेटेड वन. आई एम स्टार्टिंग विद एन इजी वन और आहिस्ते आहिस्ते मैं आपको टफ वाली दूंगा. ठीक है?
यस सर.
अली एनी क्वेश्चन बेटा?
नो सर.
ओके. मैं मुझे थोड़ा टाइम देना, मैं जरा पिछली वीडियोस भी आपके साथ शेयर कर दूंगा. ठीक है? राइट?
ओके
यस
सर.
सर.
ओके बेटा, बोथ ऑफ यू. राइट? ओके.
अल्लाह हाफिज़ सर.